Here's another Keepsake Crafts video for House of Gems. Today we'll be making a sparkly pair of earrings. And the way we get started is we take the headpin with the decorative end, slide on your teardrop, slide on the 6mm bicone, and now we're going to make a wrapped loop. And we're going to make it a little larger. I'm going to make the loop part a little larger than usual because it has to go over this square frame. So you grasp your wire right where it comes out of the crystal bicone with the tips of your chain nose pliers and give that wire a bend so that you have a 90-degree angle. Then we're going to tuck in our round nose pliers, only I'm going to move in maybe not quite halfway up the round nose pliers. And then wrap up and over. You'll only be able to get about that far. Reposition your round nose pliers and finish making a nice round loop. Just like that. And then just twist it slightly to the side to open it and slide it over your square frame. And then this part's a little tricky, but take your chain nose pliers and close it back up, just like you were closing a jump ring. And then get a hold of that loop with your chain nose pliers, best you can, and use your other chain nose pliers to grab that wire and wrap it around that little bit of wire left above the bicone. Don't make too many wraps so that you might end up cracking your crystal. That can happen. And then just use chain nose pliers to trim the excess. Keep your thumb over it so that it doesn't go flying into somebody's eye. And use your chain nose pliers to tuck in that end. And now we have that dangling nicely from the square frame. The next step is to wire wrap our heart. So take your piece of wire, tuck that into the heart, leave just 1/4 of an inch sticking out, and bend both wires up in a U shape so they're parallel, and then keep bending them over the top of the heart until they crisscross. Where they cross, grab each wire with chain nose pliers and bend it up so they're parallel again. Grab those 2 wires with chain nose pliers right where they bend up, and then bend that long one over at a 90-degree angle. And then here, after this, the procedure is just the same as when you made the other wrap loop. Next, use your chain nose pliers to open the jump ring, and we're going to slide on the square, the heart that you just wrapped, and the fused 10mm ring. And this is probably the weakest part of the whole earring, is this jump ring, because it's not fused, so make sure that the ends meet very securely. The last step is to make a wrap loop just the same way I showed you with this small 4mm bicone. So here I've made the little 4mm bicone into a wrapped loop unit. And then the last step is to open the loop on your ear wire. Same way you open a jump ring by twisting it out to the side. And then slide on this little wrapped loop and the 10mm fused ring. And this is the second weakest point in your whole piece, a loop that is split and not fused. So make sure it's closed securely. And there you have it. A gorgeous pair of sparkly earrings.